The cabin was filled with luxury, silence, and the soft hum of engines until one tiny cry shattered it all. A millionaire with all the power in the world found himself helpless, and a teenage girl with nothing but kindness showed him what true strength really means. The cabin lights dimmed as the long flight from Dubai to London took off. Passengers adjusted their seats, tucked in blankets, and prepared for hours of quiet. But soon, a sharp wail cut through the calm. A baby's cry, not the usual soft fuss, but the desperate, non-stop scream of an infant who couldn't be soothed. Heads turned, some passengers groaned, flight attendants exchanged helpless looks, and in the midst of it all sat a man everyone recognized the moment he boarded Omar Rahmani, the Arab millionaire, his expensive tailored suit, the gold watch, flashing under the cabin lights, and the way people whispered his name as though they knew him from headlines and magazines. But right now, all of that power and wealth looked meaningless, because in his arms, his tiny baby, Zaid, wouldn't stop crying. He tried everything, rocking, whispering, offering a bottle. Nothing worked. The baby's cries grew louder, sharper, echoing through the plane until even those wearing headphones pressed them tighter. The millionaire's face flushed with embarrassment. For all his influence and control in the world, he was helpless here. A few rows back, a different scene was unfolding. A single dad sat quietly with his teenage daughter. He was no millionaire. His clothes were simple, worn at the edges. His eyes tired, the kind of tired that came not just from a long day, but from years of carrying burdens alone. He had raised his daughter since her mother passed away when she was young. They didn't have much, but they had each other. The daughter, Aisha Khan, leaned forward, her gaze fixed on the crying baby. Something in her softened. She looked at her father and whispered, "Dad, can I try?" Her father, Farid Khan, frowned. "Aisha, no, that's not our place." But Aisha's eyes didn't waver. She had always had a way with children, and more than that, a heart that couldn't ignore someone in pain. Before her father could stop her, she unbuckled her seat belt and walked down the aisle. Passengers watched as this young girl approached the millionaire. "Excuse me, sir," she said softly, her voice steady despite the intimidating stares. "Would you like me to try holding your baby for a moment?" Omar Rahmani looked stunned. No stranger ever spoke to him this way without fear, just simple kindness. He hesitated, then desperate, handed over the baby. The baby, red-faced and wailing, settled into Aisha's arms. She gently rocked the child, humming a lullaby her mother used to sing to her. Within minutes, the impossible happened. The crying softened, then stopped. The baby's little hand curled against Aisha's chest, and soon he was asleep. The entire plane seemed to exhale at once. The tension melted. A few passengers even clapped quietly, though most just stared in awe not at the baby, but at the girl who had done what no one else could. The millionaire leaned back, his eyes glistening with something unfamiliar. Gratitude. Humility. How did you do that?" he whispered. Aisha smiled faintly. "Sometimes babies just need love. That's all." For the rest of the flight, Aisha sat, with the baby, giving the exhausted father a chance to rest. Her dad watched, torn between pride and worry, realizing that his daughter's heart was far bigger than the world often gave room for. When the plane landed, Omar Rahmani approached the single dad. He cleared his throat, clearly unused to saying such words. "Your daughter, she has a gift. You must be very proud." Farid Khan nodded, his voice low. "I am. More than I can ever say." Then came the unexpected twist. The millionaire, known for closing billion-dollar deals, extended his hand not in business, but in sincerity. "I have all the money in the world, but I've never felt so powerless as I did today, and yet, your daughter showed me what truly matters: compassion, love, humanity. Please, if there's ever anything you or she needs, I will make it happen." The father shook his head gently. "Thank you, sir, but we don't need anything. Just promise me one thing, that you'll raise your child with the same kindness my daughter showed yours today." For a long moment, Omar Rahmani didn't answer. Then, with a deep breath, he nodded. "I promise." As they parted ways in the bustling airport, the millionaire carried his baby differently, not like a burden, but like a blessing. And Aisha walked beside her father, her heart knowing she had left behind something money could never. Bye, a reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can change the world for someone. Because sometimes it doesn't take wealth, power, or influence to make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is love. If this story touched your heart, remember kindness costs nothing, but means everything. What would you have done on that flight? Tell us in the comments below. And if you believe the world needs more kindness, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share this story with someone who needs to hear it today.